Hello everyone and welcome to our roundtable. The theme of this roundtable is the power of the land and indigenous psychology. I am very pleased that you are interested in it. Thank you for coming. Let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Ito Tetsuji. I am a professor at Ibaraki University in Japan. I was born in Nagoya in 1964 when post-war Japan entered a period of high economic miracle. And I graduated from the College of Literature, Nagoya University. My major is social psychology. I had an experience to live in Hanoi, Vietnam in 1998 to 1999. And I am still keeping close relationship with it, being a lecturer of Vietnam-Japan University in Hanoi. Let me explain a little about the situation of qualitative psychology in Japan. The Japanese Association of Qualitative Psychology was established in 2004. And it is relatively active in qualitative research in the fields such as psychology, sociology, and nursing. Currently, there are about 1,200 members in this association. In 2021, we held the first joint conference with Korean Academic Society online. We were planned to hold it in Seoul, Korea, but COVID-19 didn't allow it. However, this exchange centered on Japan and Korea will continue to expand, especially in East Asia. We had positioned last year's conference as the first Trans-Asia meeting on psychological methods, and will consider a joint project once every 2 or 3 years. It is said that there is no qualitative research association in Korea, but there are many Korean researchers who are strongly interested in it. Now let me give you an example of thinking about the power of the land, which is the most important keyword in this roundtable. The woman in this middle of this photo is my grandmother. In the photo, on the upper left, you can see a baby held by her. It's me. My grandmother had 5 children, including my mother, who once lived in a large family in a house in the mountainous area. She was never wealthy, but I think she had daily lives with many family members. However, as her children grew up and went out into the city, my grandfather died, and in the end, she became alone. But she never came out to the city and lived with her children. I'm sure she couldn't leave the land. My grandmother died at her home when I was 12 years old, and she was buried in a grave. She had just returned to the land. Here is another example. A large river called Naka River runs near Ibaraki University campus. This area has floods many times. In recent years, the construction of embankments has progressed, and large-scale flood has stopped occurring, but in 2019, Typhoon number 19, internationally called Hagibis, struck and caused enormous flood damage. Fortunately, no one died, but many inhabitants suffered damages to their homes. When the declining birth rate and aging population, young people are leaving this area. However, the land with rivers is abundant and very delicious vegetables are produced. Elderly people who grow the vegetables still do not want to leave this land. Even if the flood is expected to come again, I think that the power that cannot leave this land is still working. Now let's look at the outline of this roundtable. The keywords are the power of the land, indigenous psychology, locality, East Asia, and diversity. Over the past 4 years, we have held and discussed the power of the land as the key concept at the annual conference of Japanese Association of Qualitative Psychology. It is a point of view that even we, as a modernized society, have ignored and downplayed. There seems to be such a tendency, especially for urban residents. This figure represents the perspective of social psychology. Individuals who create the society are shaken by society, are influenced by history and geography. We must capture humans as social animals that live rooted in the land. In this round table, we will discuss what is power of the land, rooted in specific locality in East Asia, such as Japan and Korea, based on what has been discussed as indigenous psychology. This area shows on this map are the places where my fellow researchers live or are the subject of their research. East Asia is a region of diverse localities and cannot necessarily be lumped together. From the Western countries, the Eastern countries may look uniform, and vice versa, but considerable diversity exists within Japan, Korea, and other countries in the East. Therefore, at this roundtable, discussions leading to the care of the people living each land are carefully developed based on the findings of long-term fieldwork. Also, we would like to expand this view beyond East Asia at this roundtable. Our perspectives, which focuses on the power of the land, stands where mainstream psychological research has not been fully focused and bring a new perspective to psychological research from East Asia. Our research group holds monthly discussions online. In that process, we had been accumulating discussions about the movies by watching them in advance, which seems to have taken up the theme related to the power of the land. Among these, we sometimes take up non-Japanese movies. Perhaps there are movies in your country that can be a hint for good discussion. If you have such information, please let us know. The moderators and discussion members of this roundtables are as follows. We are not native speakers of English and cannot speak English fluently, but please forgive us. We see these roundtables as a good opportunity to have discussions in such an international conference, and I hope that discussions on power of the land will spread beyond East Asia. Thank you so much. See you at the roundtable.